Good morning. Today we will talk about a very serious topic. About breast cancer. Many women are afraid of this disease and are very nervous about it. I think that is a very important problem, and you have to talk about it, because not many people talk about this problem. Many people hide that they have a problem with this disease and do not want to talk about it. And it really has to be talked about, what causes it, how to fight it, and why it happens. I have a lot of experience in my work when people came to me with many health problems and breast cancer too. That's why I know from my practice what the causes are. And as we know what the causes are, we can use prophylaxis. Then we can do something and do it ourselves to take care of our health. I will not tell you which is the most important cause of the 5 reasons that I will speak about today. This is the 5 most important problems that cause breast cancer and contributed to its development, are also causes of the other cancers and various breast problems. Cancer is the last stage of the disease. A woman has many other problems, but she does not pay attention to them. One of the most important reasons is the bra. Nobody talks about it, and the ads say something different. I read a lot of different opinions on the internet about this problem. One person started to talk about it and was immediately attacked by other people. That is not true. Now I will explain to you what it is. Nowadays, bras are made with plastic or metal inserts, and they squeeze the lymphatic system very tightly. Also the nervous system, the circulatory system, and really have a negative effect on the breast. Through the action, the breast is clamped very tightly, and the circulatory system does not work well then, and it brings a lot of problems. Some say that the circulatory, nervous and lymphatic system work from the center of the breast. But I cannot agree with it for one reason. When we put on a bra, the bra is located under armpit, where the main lymphatic system is located for the breast. The lymphatic system is one of the main systems that affects the immune system. Everything is related to each other. When the lymphatic system is not working well, then this is a big problem. People do not understand what it really means to stop circulation of blood or lymph. I will give you such an explain. If someone has ever had hemorrhoids, he has heard about a method of treatment in which a hemorrhoid is squeezed for a week. And after that, he practically falls off himself. If blood circulation stops and the blood does not reach the cells, then they all die. And then the hemorrhoids falls off. Similar threat arises when the bra tightens the breast, and then there is a big problem. The second thing is that the breast is so constructed that when a woman walks, then bra is always in motion. And we can see how it works. If we pay attention to the fact that the breast should massage itself, then the blood circulation and the lymphatic system will improve. The problem is not only the bra itself, which squeezes the breast. The problem is also that the woman's breast is in the bra, then the breast cannot massage itself. When a woman walks, then the breast itself massages and everything works correctly. When a woman puts on bra and squeezes her breast in this way, then all muscles from which the breast is built, all cells, they stop working properly. There is no proper blood circulation. The breast is then fully tightened, and it is not possible to function in this way. Previously, women did not walk in a bra, and now even sleep in them. It is a very big mistake. Women should remember that when they walk without a bra, then her health improves. If a woman does not do it, it may be the reason for various health problems. I advise when women who had a breast problem to do it. But people are so programmed that sometimes it takes them a year to understand it. Women do not want to do this, not only as a prevention, but also when they already have a serious problem. It is terrible. People were told, when you do not wear a bra, then your breast will look ugly. This is another lie. When a woman walks without a bra, then the breast works properly. When the breast moves, then the muscles are also work. When the breast is in the bra, then the muscles are flabby, and the breast comes sagging. Practically, all the muscles in the breast disappear. It is very rare nowadays to meet a woman who have muscles that hold their breasts. If a man stops walking for a month or a year, he will not be able to walk at all. He will have to practice a lot to start to walk again. The same will happen with breast. There is a muscle atrophy in the breast. When you would see women who did what I told them and stopped wearing bras, then you would see what beautiful breasts they have now. They are so beautiful that you could not stop looking at them. They are in completely different form. Breasts that are worn in brass look ugly. You do not understand this. And if you do not wear brass, your breast would look much better and support itself. Try not to use a bra for a year, and you see what happens. Breast will then be healthy and look very nice. If you have children, do not let them wear bras. Some parents tell their children to wear bras from childhood. Televisions and advertising contribute to this. And parents make problems for their children themselves. Then their health problem starts. The breast does not look nice and does not develop properly, as it should by physiologically. The bras are used for less than 100 years. Earlier, the breast developed normally. They wear no bras. I will advise you to do so, but you will do as you will. Everyone says my advices are very good. But why do not use it, if it's so good? The second important problem, which may be in the first place, is the problem with lactation, breast milk. What it is and when milk production in the breast starts, and when problem arises. When the menstrual period begins in young girls, at the same time, hormone starts working, and the body can start producing milk. I saw women aged 65 whose breasts were producing milk even after the uterus was excised. So I will tell you that the problems with uterus do not matter. They are hormones that are responsible for lactation, and they are produced in the head, in the brain. And if lactation is not stopped, it is caused by the production of hormones, and milk can produce at any age. I saw women who were diagnosed with stage 3 or even stage 4 breast cancer. And it was really only a problem with the milk production. So you see how important this topic is. These women who have done what I am talking about now have massaged their breasts and used the means that stop the lactation. I will not say what the measures are. Natural methods are a little too weak in this case. There are pills and ointments that stop the lactation. They affect the brain, the part that is responsible for lactation. When a woman goes to a gynecologist and the doctor examines them and he diagnoses the problem, he should prescribe the drug. In this case, you should work with the doctor. You can do it yourself. Rub your breast and press and you will see if milk appears. For women who have never had a children, and women who have a children 20, 30 years before, milk can still be produced. It is a natural process. Such a milk production may cause symptoms that may be perceived as a cancer, but it also can cause cancer itself. Cancer arises from two causes. Firstly, from milk, and secondly, from infection. When there is an infection in milk, milk is not fresh. When you wear a bra, breasts is not massaged themselves, and the milk cannot be absorbed. Bra squeeze the breast on each side, and there is no absorption of milk from the breast. You think that there is only one reason. It is not true. All problems come together. Now I will tell you the 5 reasons, and you can think whether it is true or not. Think about whether you have a problem with milk production or not. You can examine yourself and you see what the results will be. There are many women who have a problem with it, and this is related to the use of hormones, which can cause many problems that women do not even suspect. Therefore, think and understand what the problem is and how to deal with it. As I said earlier, you should massage your breast and stop wearing a bra. And those who have a large lactation should ask the doctor to prescribe ointment or pills that will stop it. Once again, wearing a bra and milk production is related to it and is the cause of problems, and women do not pay attention to it. The next problem is infection. What are the infections? I will not tell you what this infection may be. Viruses, bacteria, parasites, fungi, all of which can cause breast problem. In addition to this bacteriosis, the lack of good bacteria can also cause problems in the breast. The human body cannot deal with all this. Viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites, antibiotics, and many other harmful things, which is to be avoided in today's times. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. How to deal with this? You can use active carbon, soda that is used in kitchen, use cold water for hardening. You should always fight this infection and do not wait until when something bad starts to happen. You should use different measures prophylactically, and this will give you a very good result. What else can cause infections? If there is a lot of different infections in the body, they can cause a lot of problems with the production of milk. Additionally, the problem is increased by wearing bras. Hormones are another problem. Nowadays, people are fed on a large scale various hormones. And when I think about it, I cannot believe it. Already from young age, you are given hormones for various diseases, for example, for hypotension and hypotension, hormones to not get pregnant, for many different problems. Where they do not look, everywhere are used hormones. Someone stupid said to use hormones, and all people use until they do not overdose. The problem is that when you give the body an artificial hormone, then the production of the hormone by the body is stopped, and then it will be very hard to restart this production of the hormone by the body. We do not understand how it works. I do not understand either. You can know everything about the body and find out how it works. But how the hormones are created, no one knows. Hormones in the body produce very quickly, in 1 second. But also their production can be stopped. And if you do not do anything to get the body to produce the hormones you need, and you give artificial ones, then I do not see it is a good prospect. Either you do so that the body will produce all the hormones yourself, or you will have big problems when you give any artificial hormones. Hormones do not work separately. All hormones are interrelated. Over all these hormones, there is one thing that controls them. This is the brain. If you give any artificial means to your brain, it will not work as it should be, and will not able to control the body functions and also produce hormones. I give a simple example. Tobacco is also a hormone. When a man smokes, the production of hormones stopped. When he stops smoking, the body will start to produce the hormone again. In 1 day, when a man stops smoking, the body starts to produce a hormone. But when we give the body nicotine, the production of nicotine by the body is completely stopped. All people do it themselves. For doctors it does not matter. He will do research and detect that there are no hormones. But nothing will tell you what to do so that this hormone is again produced by the body. Many women now take antidepressants. If someone is sad and depressed, they prescribe medication. Why not recommend spending time in the sun or in tanning bed? Then the production of the hormone of happiness will start and people will be happy. I give you only example. Pay attention to it and try it for your curiosity. Instead of looking for medication, go to the solarium and see what will happen. There are such a simple mechanism that people do not pay attention to. How once people traveled by plane, on the board passengers were given sweets. Why it was done? In order for man to be less nervous and to relax. This is the first anti-stress measure. Instead of using tablets, try take a lollipop. On the tongue there are taste buds that are responsible for stress, but people do not know about it. The same happens when we give the baby a teat. Then the child calms down and stops crying. When you ever seen a baby with a teat who cried? Put a lollipop in your mouth and it will have the same effect. If you're under severe stress, take a lollipop or put yourself out to the sun. People have been treating themselves for years in psychiatric hospitals, but this can be solved in a very simple way. I cannot say that it works in all situations, but it works in very many cases. So when it comes to hormones, you have to be careful what you want to give and what to persuade you to do. This is just a business, nothing else. Do you understand me? There is another problem that works very much, not only on women's problems, but also on other diseases. It is stress. When a man is under stress, it's very difficult for the body to work properly. When a person is under stress, then the immune system is completely turned off. And then all diseases that may be then appear. You must remember this. There is no medication against stress that will eliminate the stress-causing problem. Stress can be caused, for example, by loss of work, break with your fiancé, someone did not give us the money, we borrow it. The reasons for stress can be many. But you must find the strength in yourself. Pray for help. Everything we think is possible to do it. It really can be fixed. If you want to do it, you will do it. But if you do not, you will not make it. I gave people a lot of advices, as I do at the moment, and some of them use it, and some do not. Those people who came to me, to the Academy, are healing in this way. There is a problem. These people who came to the Academy think they are patients. I also think about the person who was treating at the Academy that he is a patient. But this is not entirely true. In my opinion, to call someone a patient, need to be sure that this person deserves to be called a patient. If this person adheres to my advice, to do method I am talking about, then I can call that person my patient. But there are only very few such people during my many years of work. There are people who have been treated in my academy. They say that they are my patients, and they are treated at the academy, but nothing helped them. But they do nothing after returning home, do not follow my advices and my method after returning home. These people do not say that because they feel ashamed. Most 99% of people do not want to listen to the advice I tell them, because these people came to me for the experiment. They just want to try. And later they come back to what they did earlier. I will give you one example. I have a patient, which I can really call my patient, whom I help to overcome pancreatic cancer. His name is Antoni Kwiecień. It has been 6 years since he came to me, and he's living now a normal life. But for the first 3 years, I could not call him my patient, because I had to help him several times, when he used other methods at the same time when I tried to heal him. I tried to help him in one way, and he used some other method at home. In the academy he did all my recommendations, and at home he did what he wanted. To this day he has not solved many problems that I have told him. If he would listen to me, he would heal himself even faster, and he would not suffer so much. He's living a normal life now. But I have resuscitated him a few times before, because he did what I did not advise him to do. And he did not ask me for my opinion, because he knew that I would disagree with his opinion. And everyone is doing just that. Someone else advised that person to do something else, gives advice to try something else, because it works, because it helps. And then people experiment on themselves. If you do not believe it, do not do it. If you do not want to, do not come. But why do you say, "You were and I did not help you"? Because it will not help. It will not help in 5 minutes. And for a month also will not help. Take care of health, you need many years. And on our website, that really want to stay will help. Prophylaxis can help more. Because if there are a lot of problems, you have to take very good care of yourself. Cancer problem is not only a problem of sick person. It's whole family's problem. Viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites, and what we are talking about now. These problems and diseases are not only problem of one person. I always tell everyone that, if after arriving home, the whole family will not be cured of these problems, then in the moment they will have the same illness back. There is a problem with animals. For example, nobody wants to pay attention to it. It was the same in the case of Mr. Antoni Kwiecień. He had a dog, but the family did not agree to do something with the dog. And without it, it was very difficult to help him, because this is a problem that worsens health. Animals also give good things, but when a person is ill, it is better to move the animals aside And then we see what happens. If there is a difference, apparently there is still a problem with the animals. It seems to you that something will heal you, me or someone else. It's not true. It is you. You do not give yourself the chance to heal yourself. It's you, because you use what suits you and what you like about it. Sometimes I take people for treatment for free, and they say that they do not like it something or they do not want to do something. And this method works only when everything is used together. The car cannot move without one wheel. We have been working on it for many years, and you want to use only what you like, so that your body works properly. And then everything is effective, so that everyone eats and drinks whatever they want to, and that they are healthy. You have to be careful what you are doing. You have to want to change something, and you do not want to change your lifestyle. You do not want to change your attitude. You do not want to do anything with animals that can cause your problems. You do not want to stop wearing a bra. So what do you expect? In addition to these advices that I give, people also use other advices that they hear from someone, from the doctor or from the healer, or neighbor or family member. And everyone has their own opinion on this subject. And people use everything together, what others advise. Such experiments would not bring anything good. You will either do it right, or you will not have good results. The next problem is, if something is detected in you, and in most cases is a mistake, but you will believe it, it will happen, regardless of whatever it is or is not. Fear and materialization of dreams have a very strong effect. People came to me, and I said to them that there is no problem with them, and these people continue to heal what they do not have, and they eventually got sick of it. And I am not mistaken in this matter. A man heals what he does not have. If a man heals it, he believes in it, so it will happen. He is afraid of it, and heals it. And as he heals, this disease appears. When I say that there is a milk in breast, and that person sees it, but everyone said it was a cancer, and this person still thinks that it's a cancer, and wants to do something prophylactically, that's where cancer will appear. 100% will be cancer. Sooner or later, he will be, regardless of what was the diagnosis. Medicine makes money in this way. They give the wrong diagnosis, and then this problem materializes. Life becomes more and more difficult. There is more and more people, and everyone needs to work and live. And the technology we have now enable us to work without involving people. There are invented diets, hormones, supplements, medicines, All this is invented for business and not for man. Apparently, someone needs this to live. And if it helps in some way, I don't know. Recently, I was running a meeting about supplements. There were various professors who said a lot of false information. There was one professor who stood up and said, "Men survived eating only bread and drinking water for 30 years. And now they say that without any vitamins, man cannot live. Without the supplements, you cannot live without a tomato and cucumber. You cannot live without supplements. You cannot live without tomatoes and cucumber. And you need to use a diet. You need such ingredients. Just water like that, because other water is poison. And men survive 30 years only on water and bread. Try to understand that everything you need is in the water and bread. And they mislead you, lie and cheat you all the time, that you have to use all these things. Only the one who produces it knows about it, and he laughs at you. They laugh when they see like stupid people, like pigs eating everything that they give them. When I see people who came to me and have so many different supplements with them, I think that a pig would have died long ago if it would take it, and they eat this all the time. For me, it's shocking. People do not understand what they do at all. Do you have no brain or something else? In ordinary food is everything you need. If you want to poison yourself, then do it. Go ahead. It's not my business. Look what are my supplements and use them. They are very good. On my website you will find supplements that I sell. Have you found any supplements? I really know what your body needs. See that there are no supplements on my website, and they will never be there. You can watch hundreds of my movies. There is nothing there. Many times I was asked to advertise something like that. But I will never advertise such things. I will never poison anyone. So if you want to be healthy, then you have to take care of yourself and know what you're putting in your mouth. But never say you are my patient. And do not say that I healed you and you are my patient. Because there are only 5 people in my whole life who I can call my patient. And the others are just doing experiments on themselves, also using my method. But these people are not my patients. I'm training you, but those I can call my student, maybe 5 out of 1 million. And the others will do experiments. Even though it does not help, they continue to use what pigs would die from after a week. Using so many supplements, so many hormones and tablets, on one will withstand. Of all animals, only man can stand it all. But eventually, the endurance of the body will end. All we need is natural. Everything is in food that we have stopped eating. And instead of that, we use something else. I have given you advice, and you decide what you want to take for yourself. Do you want to live in separation from Mother Nature and take what pharmaceutical companies produce under different names, recommended by many scientists and well described? Nowadays, this is the reality. This is just a business, nothing else. Thank you for your attention. Next time we will talk about diabetes. Many people want to talk about it. I think it will be a very interesting conversation. I will also tell you about things that most of you do not realize. The next topic will be diabetes, causes, how to cure, and what to do to not get sick. Goodbye.